Eric, KB was just in here and said that the president of the United States could have told him to not shoot the ball, but he'd still shoot the ball. Just what do you think about that kind of mentality and his performance overall tonight?
I mean, that's about as great an offensive performance as a player could have, because when you look at the efficiency of only 15 field goals and to get 42 points, I mean, that's insane. And he's done a great job all year of drawing free throws, 14 of 14 from the foul line, the 6 defensive rebounds. That's probably as good a night as he's had from a defensive rebounding standpoint. And then, the theme coming into the game was we had to get a shot on goal. We couldn't have live ball turnovers. And he did a great job. I mean, he played 37 minutes and 34 seconds and didn't have a turnover while he scored 42 points. Kind of unheard of, to be honest.
Coming into the game that this might be a game that he would be able to have success, maybe not 42 points, but have success? Or did you notice early in the game where he was really feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, we ran a couple things for him early, and then we started really running stuff for him, late. But the ball has to have eyes against Missouri. You're not going to beat them off the dribble. And KB had a lot of, feet set threes as well. And then once it got, cooking, it was just a matter of trying to space the floor and kind of let him go to work, much like we have done with Mason and some other guys.
Well, they had a 10-0 run pretty early in the second half. What was your response from that point? What changed?
I don't know if I called the timeout. At that point, it was, wake up, and I think we subbed as well. And maybe went a little smaller. Kai came in, and he's played so well for us. And at some point, I don't have the timeline in front of me, but we got Davenport in there as well, and tried to have JD be a little bit of a floor stretcher. But yeah, it was, we got to guard better. We got to share the ball more. And then I thought we played really good in the second half. After those first 4 minutes of the second half was disastrous.
Caleb was in here. He said that it was the toughest year of basketball in his life. Just kind of for you as well, just kind of how will you look back at a performance like this in a season like this down the road?
I mean, the season's not over, so I don't know how I'll look back on it. I think this is a basketball team that has really, really improved. I think we're playing, it's not, I think it's a fact that we're playing our best basketball of the year right now. So I don't know how I'll feel, because we still got basketball to play. And so we'll see where we end up.
You've mentioned in previous games kind of the lack of free throws, not just KB tonight, but 34 as a team. Just kind of what was the adjustment made so that everyone could get to the line?
Yeah, I don't know if Mike Kaywood has it, but I think we've been in the top 10 of the nation free throws attempted all year. And so the nights that we don't get FTAs, we struggle, because that's, we work on it from the moment a player gets on campus about drawing free throws and free throws attempted. If you look at the 4 years at Nevada and you look at the 4.5 or almost 5 years here, we are a high volume free throw attempt team, and we want to put pressure on the defense. We want to put pressure on the rim, and tonight, Battle was doing that, and Mekhi Mitchell's done a great job of drawing fouls. They might not always equate to free throws attempted, but he's been a high draw foul player. And then back to Tom's question, is in that timeout we did talk about trying to get to the bonus early, because I thought we really settled. So as my mind settled, Tom, that's where I was going.
Yeah, last game you guys scored, I believe it was 56 points in the paint against them. Tonight you got 26. Can you just talk about, was it more of a shift in focus from your guys' point of view to try to beat them from the perimeter, or was it kind of something Missouri did to kind of force you guys?
Yeah, I think Missouri kept the lane a little bit more clogged. They were helping off the corners a little bit more, and once we saw that adjustment, we're a team that tonight shot the three well, and we had more space and time to shoot the three. And look, if our team makes 10 threes and we get to the foul line, that's a really good formula for us. And they did a good job of taking away what was our strength in Columbia, which was paint points and zone one scoring. And we did a great job tonight of getting into the teeth of the defense where there was an extra defender and then finding open guys. And that's why I'm assuming it's a SEC high for us, 10 threes. Yeah, it was a good adjustment by the players, understanding, recognizing that the extra pass was going to equate to feet set threes and not threes off the bounce.
Yeah, and then I know he didn't play a ton tonight, but Trevin comes back into the team. Can you just talk about how big of a boost that is, especially in your front court?
Yeah, I mean, good to get him back. He's worked extremely hard on his rehab, and but the group that's been playing well for us. I mean, that was the group that we kind of rolled with, and this late in the year to work people back in becomes problematic, quite honest. And Jalen Graham's been out a few games, and he's really helped us this year. We all know how talented Brazil is. He's one of the most talented players in our league. But we got a good flow going right now. How long that lasts, I don't know, but we're 4-3 in our last 7, I think. And, to be quite honest with you, we should be 5-2. The game at Mississippi State, I'm not going to comment on it, but if you watch the film over and over like I have, we should be 5-2, and there's no questions about that. So we're playing really good, and we keep rolling and try to have good practice Monday and get ready for Tuesday's game, and because we are playing better than we have most of the season.
The best shooting night for him, but he had 9 boards, 6 assists. Just how would you assess his overall performance?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to play a point guard at power forward, he's got to rebound. And he did that. The good thing about Devontae is, you kind of tell him a role and lay out expectations, and then he plays as hard as he can and does it. And, told him before the game, you got to rebound if you're a power forward. I'm not so sure he thinks he's a power forward, but he is with us right now.
To ask about how y'all got another short turnaround.
I can't answer any questions with Bob if he's not here. And you can quote me on that.
It is a quick turnaround, but you do get it, 2 back-to-back home games this time. Just how nice is it to have them, the short turnaround be both games at home?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I wouldn't mind being on the road because my daughter's got dance in Branson. So my wife's going back and forth, and I'm kind of alone at home. So it'll give me a good time to watch Vanderbilt tonight, all night, early game. So we got about 8 hours left before bedtime to digest Vanderbilt. But I do think it's really good. I think that, to be honest with you, I was concerned going into that 2-game road trip with Mississippi State and A&M. One, because they're super physical, both teams. Both teams are really well coached. We were kind of limping in there with 3 guys not being available. And I thought our team was really, really resilient. Again, we all want to win every game, but the way we played at Mississippi State was, you can't fault the team when they lay it on the line. So staying at home, not having to get on a plane. I think we got some guys that are a little bit sick too. So hopefully, they get a Z-pack and feel better.
Missouri, this is a program record number of losses for them, but I guess in a way they fight, and I wonder what it took to get over the hump against those guys. And Sean East, he shouldered a big load today, so maybe 2-part question: Missouri's still fighting, and then Sean East.
Yeah, I mean, Missouri is a tough team. They're a veteran team. You look at their lineup, and Noah Carter, a starter back from last year, Nick Honor, a starter back from last year, Sean East, a starter back from last year. Aiden Shaw was a, really good freshman last year who provided energy for him. You add a 5th-year player in Connor Vanover, who's got a lot of experience, and then Bates, number 2, is good a transfer in our league. I mean, he led our league for scoring for much of the season. So a talented team and a team that continues to play well. I thought they played a great game watching the Tennessee game on film. I thought they played a really good game at Ole Miss, led even with about 9.5 minutes to go. So a team that's fighting, playing hard, and they can beat anybody on any given night. There's no question at all.
a fellow we both know wanted to know if you've seen any of Vanderbilt yet, and facing Jerry Stackhausen, Vandy on Tuesday.
Yeah, Vanderbilt, the two guards, Manjon is really good. T. Lawrence is a guy that can really score the ball. He's got good length. Transfer from Notre Dame that's done a good job for him. And like I said, I mean, I'll really dive into their, I watched the end of the Florida game just now before I came in here and before I did radio. But I got a lot of time with no distractions. Dogs are at Hounds Lounge, Danielle and Ryan Branson. So 0 distractions for me not to be ready to rock and roll Tuesday.